Now on KOAM News on Fox 14, talk of taxes and solar farm annexation at the county commissioners meeting today in Girard. Plus, innovation and industry take center stage at a tech conference in southeast Kansas. And a Southwest Missouri college strengthens the community with a ribbon-cutting ceremony.
The 4 states' most watched news starts now.
This is KOAM News on Fox 14. I'm Anthony Saviello. Crawford County Commissioners had their plate full today with continued tax talk about a proposed solar farm. The SEK Humane Society shelter debates amid a funding crisis and certifying the November 2025 elections. One Shasta Powers owner spoke about the taxes they'll pay if the Mulberry annexation is approved. The multi-million-dollar proposed solar farm was the focus of a heated public hearing at the courthouse last night. This morning, John Kopyek told commissioners the annexation won't reduce the taxes paid to the county, which are normally exempt under state law. Instead, he says Shasta plans to pay 10% of those taxes.
Shasta is offering to pay 10% of the exempt portion of the development, and it seems to me like it would be a wonderful financial win for Crawford County and Mulberry. And if Mulberry's services can be improved, that improves the services of this whole area.
The decision for the annexation is expected by November 18th. Well, SEK Humane Society Director Jasmine Kyle asked the Crawford County Commissioners this morning for their thoughts on changing the shelter from a low-capacity sanctuary to a high-intake open admission system due to raising public demand. She warned if the shelter adopts the high-intake model, euthanasia rates would likely increase significantly. Kyle says the animal shelter is currently in a financial crisis and needs an average income boost of $30,000 per month to stay afloat.
Animals entering our shelter have been strays, so more than half of our intakes come directly from the community, finding wandering and lost pets.
Injured.
And injured. Animals that we've cared for as a part of our shared commitment. However, as we look toward the future, we must determine whether we can continue operating under our current sanctuary-based approach or transition.
Kyle told the commissioners the SEK Humane Society has a survey out asking the community the best way forward. She says so far 80% of returned surveys said they want them to stay with the current model. Crawford County Clerk met with the commissioners before today's meeting to canvass and certify the November 2025 election results. Before last week's elections, tests were conducted on the voting machines. Today's meeting confirms those tests were completed properly. Provisional ballots and write-in votes are also counted during the canvassing process.
Turn anybody away, but we do provisionalize them, which means they go to a separate table. They're allowed a ballot, but they have to go through the process of filling out a registration card with all of their current information. And that's where, when they come back to us, we have to take them and make sure we do our due diligence to make sure that that is a voter that should be counted.
The county clerk says voter turnout was about 18%. Let's go ahead and check in with meteorologist Lindsay Gaffney for a first look at weather.
Well, temperatures finally dipping down into the low 60s, but that's where we're going to stay tonight, only getting down to the lower 60s, not really cooling down much more than that. Our average high is about 60 degrees, and on Saturday we'll be reaching nearly 80 degrees, so upper 70s. And if you take a look, our record high set back in 1960 was only 77 degrees, so we may match or even break some records tomorrow. Now we can thank our high pressure system. It is a very nice high pressure system, bringing in a lot of warm air from the south, from Texas and from the Gulf, but we finally get to see a few changes as we head into next week. Now, currently outside, we've got a few clouds moving out. We're going to start the day off a bit cloudier, but as we continue through the day, warm temperatures near record highs and more rain chances coming up late next week.
Lindsay, thanks. Innovators and industry leaders turned out today for the 4-state regional technology conference at Pitt State's Crossland Technology Center. The goal of the conference? To help teachers succeed in the classroom. The conference provided various avenues to meet that goal, such as hands-on workshops, presentations, and collaborative opportunities.
One of the oldest technology teacher conferences in the U.S. there's not very many left, and that's a dying discipline, and that's one thing that we're trying to promote is we need more students going into teaching to teach these disciplines. We talk about the workforce and how we need students to go into the workforce, but you need the teachers to teach that.
More than 150 teachers from around Kansas and the four-state region attended the conference. Neosho County Community College unveils the newly renovated Strom Family Strength Center, a major upgrade to the campus wellness and training facilities. The old metal gym is now replaced with a modern space featuring new flooring, updated HVAC, and top-quality professional equipment. The center serves all student athletes across sports and also offers lifetime fitness classes, senior programs, and dedicated hours for faculty and staff.
I've been at the college here for 23 years, and I've seen it come from where it has been to where it is now. Every incremental change that we have made things better for the institution, better for its students. I remember when Matt came as a student, and here he is coming back to give back to the institution.
The center provides a significant boost to student wellness, campus life, and athletic recruiting, and marks another step forward for the college's growing campus. Coming up, controversy when it comes to skincare.
The Make America Healthy Again movement is making a big push for peptides, but it's unclear if they're safe. I'm Jared Halpern at the White House. I'll have details coming up.
A new controversy is brewing over so-called peptides that are pitched to rejuvenate skin and rejuvenate life, but there's no evidence they actually work. Fox's Jared Halpern has more from the White House.
Most of them are not FDA approved and without human data.
They're called peptides, unapproved injectable drugs being pitched as a way to build muscle, rejuvenate skin, and even extend your lifespan. Peptide use has been expanding quickly, but now public health experts are sounding the alarm, saying most have not been tested on humans, and it is unclear what effect they're having.
None of them are proven. None of them have gone through what would be considered adequate clinical trials in people.
The FDA has taken strong action against peptide makers in recent years, but that is expected to end soon. HHS Secretary Robert Kennedy Jr. is a big fan of the injectables. He has spoken at length about their benefits, and he's vowing to end what he calls the FDA's war on peptides, a popular stance within the Make America Healthy Again movement.
We are looking for alternatives to modern day medicine.
But there's also a possible financial motive. Some of the most prominent MAHA influencers are also the biggest sellers of peptides, raising concerns about possible conflicts of interest at HHS. Meanwhile, doctors say they are getting more questions from patients about peptides, and they say there are no clear answers yet.
There is an importance to understand the difference between clinical innovation and hype.
Kennedy says he also wants to broaden the use of other alternative therapies, including psychedelic drugs. At the White House, Jared Halpern, Fox News.
More people are relying on AI and wellness apps to care for their mental health, but a new report says that's not enough. The American Psychological Association says while chatbots can offer people support and validation, their ability to help guide someone through a mental health crisis is limited and unpredictable. The report says AI and apps are not a substitute for talking with a qualified mental health professional. Scientists are debunking the claim that autism is caused by the gut microbiome. A paper published in the journal Neuron aims to correct that misinformation, saying there's no evidence of a link between gastrointestinal symptoms and autism. There is still much that's unknown about autism, but scientists say it's a strongly genetic condition. Social media influencers are promoting medications without explaining the risks. A study published in JAMA found nearly a quarter of posts about drugs by influencers on TikTok and Instagram used promotional language like life-changing or revolutionary. But in 80% of cases, influencers didn't disclose their posts were sponsored, and 2/3 didn't mention the possible risks of the drugs. Lindsay is next with a complete look at your forecast, and later, hackers with Chinese backing are accused of targeting organizations around the world.
Warm temperatures as we head into the weekend. If you got a chance to step outside today, we were nearly 20 degrees above average. Now going ahead and taking a look at our looking ahead. So we've got a potential record-breaking high temperature on Saturday. Now our previous record was set back in 1960, so we could easily break that record. Now next chance of rain will be Monday afternoon. Those are going to be some light showers, mostly after about 12 o'clock and another round after about 8 p.m. And our next chance of more widespread and higher accumulation rain will be Wednesday and Thursday. Our next potential freeze won't be until potentially the week of Thanksgiving, so we've got some ways to go. Now, as we head into Saturday, like I said, we've got some rather warm temperatures. This is our graphic showing temperatures above 70 degrees. So you can see most of the 4 states are going to be above 70 degrees. We're even nearing 80. Now we do have a dry cold front coming in Saturday night into Sunday, and that drops our temperatures still above average, but most of Kansas and Missouri stay below 70 degrees. Most of those temperatures, warm temperatures, are held down into the southern states. Now, like I said, our record temperature was set back in 1960. So what we're looking at is Saturday with our projected high getting to about 79 degrees, and our record was only 77 degrees. So we definitely could either match a record or break that record. So we're going to keep an eye on that as we head through the weekend. Now, Sunday, we're only getting into the upper 60s. We have a little bit of a cool down, though still above average. As we head through the rest of this evening, you can see some clouds out there. No rain chances for the next 48 hours. Going to be a pretty dry weekend, pretty warm weekend overall. Taking a look at downtown Joplin from the Cornell Arts and Entertainment Complex. Pretty nice night. We're really only dropping down to the low 60s. And like I said, we're not going to see any chances of rain until Monday. So a really warm, really dry weekend, sunny as well. But by Monday afternoon, so we have a couple of these isolated shower chances popping up mostly along I-49 and out towards the Missouri side. But some potential for more widespread showers late Monday night into early Tuesday morning. By about 8 o'clock, you can see them starting to push into Kansas, Missouri, right along that border, and then moving out towards the Springfield area. Could even turn into some thunderstorms, but not quite in our area. Like I said, our next chance of more widespread rain and higher accumulation, not until Wednesday. So as we move through the next week, we're going to see a dip, a low pressure system that brings that cold front. We could see some thunderstorms there. Here we are Thursday, 10 a.m. We already have seen quite a bit of rain accumulation and a few more thunderstorms to come on Thursday before all of this pushes out by early Friday and then starts to wreak havoc on the east. Now, rain accumulation could change. Yesterday, we saw the bulk of rain accumulation far south in southern parts of Oklahoma, but we could see up to 5 inches south of I-44, but the rest of us still only seeing about 1/10 of an inch to about 1.5 inches. Now, other than that, I mean, beautiful weekend. Definitely get a chance to get out and enjoy it if you like the warm temperatures. I mean, it is mid-November, but we'll be in the 70s.
I don't think anyone's complaining. I mean, kind of close to...
I'm complaining.
You're complaining.
I'm ready for it to be cold.
Well, you're also leaving in 2 weeks.
I know,
so I don't know if I don't want to hear it.
Okay.
Sorry. Thanks, Lindsay. Coming up next, if the shoe fits, donate it.
A pair of students in the Carthage School District take charge in their school's shoe drive. My name's Mitch Adams, and I'll have more on that story coming up.
Chinese state-sponsored hackers are accused of using artificial intelligence to target companies and government agencies around the world. San Francisco-based AI company Anthropic just revealed its own software was used back in September in, quote, the first documented case of a large-scale cyber attack executed without substantial human intervention. Anthropic says AI gave the hackers speed and scale that humans cannot match.
What we saw here was this Chinese actor that jailbroke, that overcame the safety guardrails that Anthropic had put in place. that then automated it to go after about 30 companies globally. It's pretty chilling, and there's a lot of work we have to do in the near future, I think, to stem the flow.
Security experts say they've been warning of these attacks for about a decade and suggest better detection and more cooperation between industry and government. In a world that seems to get louder every day, here's a way to put quiet time on the map. Tourism managers in Sweden are inviting travelers to escape the noise and check into a quiet cabin in the forest. The 4-day retreat is free but comes with rules. No Wi-Fi, no phones, and a sound meter that keeps everyone under 45 decibels. That's softer than a normal conversation. Go above that for too long and you could get kicked out.
Everyday life is so loud and everything is fast and rapid, and if you really get calm within yourself, you hear lots of things actually.
The Silent Cabin project aims to reduce noise pollution, help people unwind, while showing off the calm and colorful forests of southern Sweden. Coming up next, students in Carthage put their best foot forward to help their community. Students in Carthage are stepping up to gather shoes for their shoe drive. KOAM's Mitch Adams brings us more from the community effort to benefit people in the area and in one island nation.
Students involved in FBLA and DECA at the Carthage School District are tightening their laces and gathering shoes for their shoe drive. The shoes and funds will support Children's Haven of Joplin and to help a family in an impoverished country.
We just started this project because I just thought that it was a really good idea on other ways. We were looking for other ways, just how to help the community and how to raise more money or just how to do better things around the community.
Some of the shoes will be sent to a struggling family in Haiti who will be able to resell them and make money to support themselves.
We're trying to help send shoes to them so then she can be kind of like a micro entrepreneur where she can make money for her family by selling the shoes, and as well give people in Haiti that need shoes so she can supply them with that.
The fundraiser has had a hand in broadening the mindset of the pair of students involved, making them feel grateful for the opportunity to help.
It just shows me how grateful I am and how happy I am that I can do this, and we started this, we're doing this, so it just feels really good.
The project has shown the students' advisor that just because they're young doesn't mean they don't have a desire to help those in need.
Sometimes people have no faith in teenagers and high school students and their work ethic and all that, but I tell you what, working with them every day, especially projects like this, they really do have the motivation to get stuff done, and they do have the compassion for their community.
Reporting in Carthage, Missouri, Mitch Adams, KOAM News.
The drive hopes to collect 2,500 pairs of shoes to meet their goal. That's been our time for tonight. Thank you so much for joining us. Have a great weekend and a great day. Yeah.